And we are back with a brand new edition, of course. And I know I'm fucking late. I'm actually really late. It's like 35 minutes late, but that's okay. I was on a coaching call. Then I had to catch up with Bevy. And it's Wednesday. So, anywho, Nanner. It's Wednesday, though. I feel like we're halfway through the week. That's winning on all fucking fronts. Yes, and I'm super excited because we are going to solve a mystery on Saturday. Don't worry, you guys will know if you're in the WhatsApp group, you will know that the mystery has been solved on Saturday. So you guys can all rest assured. And we don't have to guess anymore. You know, we have to be careful who we work with around here. You know what I'm saying? So when somebody's a little sus, I've never felt, I actually for the first time ever have to make someone turn their camera on Saturday. So I know who the fuck they are. I'm excited. Love a good little drama. Hubby left at Nest. Don't be worried about me, girlfriend. Hubby left at 11 p.m. Text until 12:30 a.m. Came back at 4 a.m. Ooh. Snaps to fucking Flashy, bitch. Thanks, Lisa with the butterfly. Snaps to Flashy. Taylor, you already know what mystery we're about to solve. Just ask Bevy. She'll tell you what mystery is going to be solved on Saturday. Only because there's somebody in the group that I've had rising concern about. So we're going to solve the mystery on Saturday. It's going to be great. It's going to be fucking great. So there's that. So anywho, Nanner, good for you, bitch. Came back at 4 a.m. Because he knew you were awake. Look at that. You're getting so much goddamn movement. What up, Zully girlfriend? You're getting so much movement. I know. Flashy's like, I'm fucking tired. But it's worth it. It's always worth it. It's the troll mystery. Yes, Lisa with the butterfly. We're going to figure it out. So, I mean, I'm rarely on camera. Full disclosure, I'm rarely on camera during coaching calls. And that's because my ass needs to fucking walk around. I'm cooking dinner. Or cooking my daughter dinner or making spaghetti sauce. That's what I'm going to be doing today. You know, all kinds of shit. Like, who the fuck knows? Who the fuck knows? So that's what's happening. All right. So I didn't even introduce myself. And Paul Tech Guy, I will answer your DM today. My name is Jen. I am obviously your manifestation bestie, where I teach you how to leverage the law of assumption and everything else to work in your favor. Because why follow the law when you can fucking leverage the law? We teach 3 laws around here. The law of leverage, the law of get your shit, and the law of shut the fuck up. Some of you all need to keep remembering the 3rd law, though. The 3rd law, I think you guys forget. So we're going to leverage those, okay? Now, I manifested my boyfriend from no contact to living with me in only 4 weeks. I've managed to cut that fucking time in half. So if you want me to manifest your SP for you, or you want to work with me one-on-one, all links are in said bio. We also have SP stories, self-concept stories, gutter trash stories paired with a fire-ass song that's going to play at your wedding. Or if you get a gutter trash one, then you're going to send that right into the dumpster. You know what I mean? When she goes in there. So, got to have fun around here. We also have some hypnosis audios, guided meditations, whatever the fuck your pleasure is, because our job here is to make it as easy as possible. If you're not part of the WhatsApp group, I highly suggest you join it, because you'll get inspired by all the movement people are getting. Literally daily, people are getting movement with their SPs. And you will also get advice in there. We also have text coaching, the whole fucking works. But I'm going to need y'all to stop. I'm going to need y'all to simmer on down a little bit, because some of y'all be fucking, I don't know who the fuck you think you're talking to. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I'm not the one, okay? And second of all, neither is Bevy or my team. So if you think you're going to fucking sit there and be in a shark attack mode, that's fucking not going to happen. There's that. All right, take it or leave it. I don't give a fuck. We talk mainly about SPs around here. If you don't like that shit, there's a whole nother live I'm sure you can watch, okay? I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever miss a live, you can always catch them on the tube of the U. And for the first 24 hours after I post, 22 to 24 hours after I post a live, you can watch the live ad-free. And then I turn the ads on. Call it what it is. Procrastinators get ads. Action takers get ad-free. You know what I mean? But while you're there, subscribe. But don't just watch the shit because they're long as fuck. Why don't you actually try implementing? Try doing what I tell you to do. Why don't we do that instead? Concept. And then also, if you have any questions about how to manifest your SP back, drop them in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer them for you. We are not exclusive to SPs around here, so don't get your panties in a bunch. Luckily for you, I've manifested a gang of shit. So if you want to manifest weight loss, appearance change, health, business success, money, what else? Manifesting on a time crunch. You want to move? What you want? You want to move on a time crunch? You want a raise? You want a promotion? Whatever the fuck your pleasure is. We've done it all here. You lost your cat? It's cool. It's cool. We got you back. Okay, which we're going to talk about a couple things today because I want to clarify. Thanks, Lisa, with the butterfly girlfriend. I want to clarify a couple things that I think would help when it comes to tailoring your inner conversations. Okay, we're going to simplify things. Okay, where you're going to know, okay, this is what I should be doing on affirmations, and this is what I should be doing on inner conversations. Easy peasy, lemon goddamn fucking squeezy. That's what I'm talking about. What up, Leanne, girlfriend? Farah. When will you be added to the WhatsApp? I don't know. Fucking Bevy's not doing her job around here. Message Bevy. She'll put you in the WhatsApp. You should have been added. Within 24 hours, you're added to the group. Oh, Zully, welcome. Welcome, bitch, because you're going to love it here. Here we are family. We are family around here. Where I'm never here to tell you what you need to hear. I'm always here to tell you, I'm never here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm always here to tell you what you need to hear. And I'm also here to yell at you, kick your ass, and cuss you out if you get out of line. But that's how I get you to course correct and get your shit. But we're family around here. So get comfy, get cozy. We all know each other around here. We all support each other, and we give snaps when everybody gets their shit, because, you know, channel your inner Reese Witherspoon for Legally Blonde. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, we have a friendly contest every day on TikTok that if you repost this live or share this live, then you'll be entered to win some amazing prizes. And also, if you want everything that's discussed on these lives every day to come true for you, then you must claim this energy and interact with this video 3 times and type 1111 in the comments below. Just kidding. No buying that bullshit anymore. Okay? That shit is stupid. Okay? You do not need to interact with the video because karma is fucking real. What the fuck is karma going to do? If you think for one hot second that karma is real, I don't even know what that comes from. Like, karma is real. So if I don't interact with your video 3 times, lightning's going to strike me down. It's called clickbaiting. Okay? They're clickbaiting you. So stop doing it. Stop doing it. Just because you type 1111 in the comments and share this shit to yourself, that doesn't make any goddamn sense. Okay? That doesn't mean that you're not going to get your shit because you didn't do that. So stop letting people tell you to do that shit, because they're only using you to push their videos out. That's how that fucking works in the business realm. Oh, Mina. Well, snaps for Mina, who's going to CSP tomorrow. Clearly things working out, bitch. Which is fucking amazing, actually. You're a powerful bitch. Bring me back a shirt from Canada. I had a friend that had to lay over there, and he bought like 3 shirts. I'm like, you couldn't decide on the color game? What up, Adele girlfriend? Serena, you're having no movement with your SP. Help. What's your current situation, sister? What's your current situation? Okay. I would need to know your current goddamn situation, because if you're having, here's the thing. The main reason why you're having no movement with your SP, if you are getting no movement, the reason is because you're focused on the movement. You're checking. You're checking. Because what is no movement imply? No movement implies in your 3D. But the only reason you know that is because you're checking. Okay? You wake up in the morning and the first thing you do is grab your phone like, did he text me yet? No, shit, he didn't text me. Then you go throughout your day and you're reacting in your inner conversations about your 3D. Your inner conversations are being controlled by your 3D. And you can't do that because that's why you get no movement, because all you're doing continuously is acknowledging no movement, still nothing, still nothing, still nothing, still nothing, still nothing, still fucking nothing. Nothing is happening, still hasn't texted me yet. He still hasn't reached out. He's still not doing what I want him to do. You can't do that. Okay, so instead, you need to regroup and you need to understand for the 10 millionth time that there's always movement. Always movement behind the scenes. Like a screenplay, right? There's 50,000 people that are involved. Thanks, Terry's boyfriend. There's always people involved. Like, let's take I told you guys, I used like a million examples the other day. Like, let's take a movie, right, that you watch. Any movie at all. There's about 50,000 people involved in the production of said movie. But in any given scene, you only see 2, 3, 4 people. You don't see the camera crew. You don't see the director, the producers. You don't see the screenwriters. You don't see the makeup artists. You don't see the trailers. You don't see none of that shit. All you see are the actors on the screen. That's all you see. All you see is the scene, but you don't see all of the shit behind the scene, right? There's a capture of the scene, but you don't see what goes on to create the scene that you're enjoying to watch. All you see is the 90-minute movie when it took them 4 months to create said 90-minute movie and thousands of people to make that whole production possible. You didn't see any of that. It's literally like if you literally watch certain, I think like Netflix used to have this. I don't fucking know. But sometimes you'll see certain movies it's literally called behind the scenes, for fuck's sake. Where it will they'll bring you behind the scenes so you can see how the production is made. But you don't see that when you watch the movie, do you? No. So your 3D is the movie. You're not seeing everything else going on behind the scenes. Because I've told you before, can you see in your 3D when someone is thinking about you all the fucking time? No. Can you see behind the scenes when somebody is talking about you, when your SP's talking about you to their friends, to their family, to anyone who will fucking listen? No. You can't see none of that shit. So why do you keep acknowledging no fucking movement? You have to stop acknowledging no movement and you have to start telling yourself the opposite. There's always movement. I created my own movement. I did. I saw movement in my 3D every day. Because I told myself what the fuck I wanted to tell myself. I would see a sign, right? I had signs. You guys know this. And I still have signs. Well, there was my movement for the fucking day. Look at him thinking about me right now. Why wouldn't he? Why the fuck wouldn't he? Oh, I know there's my sign. I know we're getting back together. That was movement for me. I didn't question it. Your biggest problem is questioning. Question, which like I told you yesterday, excuse me while I move this little fucking thing off my screen because it makes me look like I have a booger. Okay. I told you guys this yesterday what the fuck did I tell you yesterday? I drew a blank. We're talking about movement. I don't fucking know. It'll come back to me. It will come back to me. Maybe it's because I don't have my fucking wands out now. My rods, excuse me, my rods. My bad. But you have to remember, right? Oh, look, eat healthy is getting movement. Snap's free healthy. I love that. Zully, yes, everything's in my bio. Everything is in my bio. Chester, Bevy is here. She's always here. Oh, look at that. There she is. Goody healthy. I'm glad you're starting to get movement. Not Kenzie. If you got text coaching, but you don't have access to the WhatsApp, just message Bevy. She'll put you in there. Okay. Where's your WhatsApp? In the bio. Okay. But am I part Japanese? Yes. You're very, at least you're smart, Chester. Okay. So many people literally will be like Kabuki's my last name. And they'll be like, oh, did I just tell you my last name? Should I be doing that? They'll be like, who's Japanese? Your mom or your dad? My dad. But then I guess calling the kettle black because they're going to ask my daughter that shit. And she's going to be like, my mom? Because she has my last name. My child's father was like, why didn't you give her my last name? I was like, well, if you were here, I was thinking logistics. If you're not here and I got to go register her for school, take her to doctors, I'm not going to try and explain why we don't have the same last name. When I try to take her through TSA, I'm not going to try to explain why we don't have the same last name. Because you don't realize when you're a single mom taking the child through TSA that they literally look at the child, especially when you're out and going out of the country. They'll literally look at the child like, what is your name? What is your age? And my daughter, before, she wouldn't talk to people. I said, no, my sister. When we go through TSA, you better fucking answer the goddamn questions. Oh, man. I'm just saying. Kimchi buns. Ooh, I love a good kimchi. And my daughter, quite frankly, she actually fucks with kimchi hard. She's a selective eater. I don't call them picky eaters. She's a selective eater, but fucks with the kimchi. Go figure. Go fucking figure. So anyhow, how does Manifest For Me work? It works where you check out, you book a call with me, we jump on a call, we recreate your SP, I tell you how to play your part, so we work in alignment together. We cannot work against each other, okay? So I can't be doing my thing and you're forcing the 3D or you're going against what I do. And then we bring your SP to your fucking door. The only difference is I can't control the version of your SP that shows up. That's entirely on to you. So I help you. That's why we recreate your SP on the spot. So you can see the version of your SP that you expect to show up. Okay. And then once you get movement, we walk you through. This is what makes us different is we're not just like, oh, you got contacts, sick, job fucking done. We walk you through how to keep that movement going. So, and while I move on to the next step, that's how that works. Okay. Tempe, this is rough. How do you get over the hurt so you can stop doubting? Okay. The easiest way, Tempe, and this is for all of you, any of you who want an apology, any of you who are feeling resentment or hurt towards your SP, the easiest way that I can tell you to get over it is by accepting responsibility. Okay? When you accept responsibility for things, the hurt and resentment goes away because you've accepted responsibility, right? So like when I was going through my legal issues decade and a half ago, I don't fucking know, long ass time ago. When I was going through that, right, is I could have been resentful. At first I was very resentful, very angry. As to what was happening because I was in victim mode. Okay. Where it's like, I didn't do this shit. My truth is my truth. And so I blamed. And so I was resentful, very upset. Like, and for me, well, I'm still petty. So I was like, he thinks I've gone away. Because it's been a decade and a half, but just wait, because I'm going to come back. Actually, I'm not. But the Federal Trade Commission is. Just saying. The Attorney General's office is going to come for you. Don't even trip. But that's just me. But I had to switch where I had to start accepting and owning my part in, saying, okay, I put myself in a position to allow this to happen, right? And that's how I had to look at it, okay? Because the whole thing was bullshit. But because I worked for this employer at the time, I put myself in a position for this to happen. And so that's how I had to look at it. And when I looked at it that way, then I was no longer the victim, right? I was the victor, because I was like, okay, now I can see a solution because I know where I played my part in leading up to this. Okay? It's a long ass fucking story. It's fucking actually really stupid, to be quite frank. But I knew where I had put myself in this position. And so when you do that and you realize that you caused this, right? Which is why I teach you guys what caused the breakup. So it's like, what's there to be hurt about? What's there to be resentful for? What is there to do all that from when I created this, right? I'm the creator. So I chose the version of my SP I didn't like. I reacted over and over and over again to behavior I didn't like. And it got worse. So who am I to blame that person when really, I'm not saying shit all over yourself over it, but just say, no, that I caused this shit. So because I caused this, I could cause that. And you get over the hurt. Because they may have done hurtful things to you, but only because you created it. Only because you selected that version of your SP over and over and over again. Through your thoughts, through the things you told yourself, through how you saw yourself, all of that. So you're blaming them, but they didn't do that in the beginning of your relationship. Ask yourself why. That's why. So that's how you get over. And to stop doubting is like when I was on a call right before this live, is to stop the doubt is to know the outcome. What's there? I know the outcome. Manifestation is real. We have proven this over and over and over again. So if that's the case, then I know the outcome. So if I'll persist, it has to conform. It doesn't have a choice as long as I know the outcome. Which is why I say no one and nobody can stand in the way of your relationship with your SP. So there's no reason for you to view gutter trash as a problem, distance as a problem, none of that shit, because they're just at this, in my opinion, gutter trash is just wasting her fucking time. That's all she's doing. She's just letting life pass her by and wasting her goddamn time because that's my boo, right? That's my man. That's my woman. So you may as well just step away now because at the end of the day, the conclusion is inevitable. We're together. So you're just wasting fucking time, honey bunny. That's how I have to look at it. Then the doubt goes away. The only reason you're doubting is because you're hoping for the outcome. You're not expecting the outcome. Okay? There's a difference. This is where I said we have to take you from hoping, wishing, praying on a shooting fucking star to knowing the outcome. Knowing the outcome. And no one can stand in your goddamn way. No one can stand in your way. You have been in no contact with my SP for 3 weeks. By the way, in case you're new here, and if you're not new here, you don't have an excuse, I suggest we have to start reprogramming. I suggest that you refer, at least on my live, you can do whatever the fuck you want on somebody else's live. But like I told you, if you're going to ask me a question, I'm going to give you an answer. But if I find out that you're in someone else's live asking the same goddamn question, I'm going to be all done. And I'm just going to scroll right past your questions. Because I don't need to waste my breath. Go ask them. Okay? We don't need a second opinion and a fifth opinion. That's fucking stupid. Okay? So, but SPs are boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives. That's right, Louise. She just got a text from her SP. That's right, bitch. She just got a text from her person. You're going to call him husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend from now on. But snaps to Louise. That's right, bitch. See, this is what we do around here. We get contact. We get movement. We get them to come over. Okay? So you can be like Flashy, who husband came over, then they chatted, then it was back over 4 fucking hours later at 4 a.m. That's the godforsaken hour of the day. That's why I used to leave my door unlocked. Come on over, honey. I have been no contact with my SP for 3 weeks. Will he break no contact? Well, that's up to you, Zoe. That's up to you. Okay, 3 weeks is not a long time. Will he break no contact? Sure, if you assume he will. If you assume he wants to be with you. Okay? I'm going to answer some of these questions, but hang out, Zoe, because I'm going to break it down to you for just one quick hot second. Okie dokie. Okay. Because if not, then I lose all these fucking questions, and then I feel like an asshole. You blocked your SP for 2.5 months. Should I unblock him? Well, Vero, why did you block your SP? I feel like the block game is just child's play. That's how I view it. It's child's play. Okay? I would never block my boyfriend, but then again, my boyfriend would never block me because that's child's play. So if you block them, why? Was it to prove a point? So I would unblock personally, but that's just because I'm going to unblock and give them a goddamn fucking show. That's just my personality, though. So it's entirely up to you. So I know some people do block their SPs or mute their notifications, if you will, and that's only because they don't want to be triggered by seeing things from their SP. And mainly that's if gutter trash is in the picture. That's usually why they'll block their SP. But if that's not the case for you, then you have to ask yourself, what was the motive for blocking? And then you can unblock them, but that's still not going to prevent them from contacting you. Blocked or unblocked has nothing to do with them contacting you at all. Okay. Oh, Tia, were you the one that accidentally scheduled on a day that something came up? I only saw part of it. Oh, man. We were having fun in the WhatsApp group last night, by the way. Taylor sent me a picture that I plan to use as blackmail if she ever pisses me off. A lot of you guys were like, well, now I want to see the picture. You only see the picture if Taylor pisses me off. I got the evidence now, bitch. Just kidding. I love Taylor. Can I flip any thought I have as his thoughts, good or bad? Yes, Lisa with the butterfly. Well, yeah, you can flip any thoughts, period. But if you have a bad thought, obviously flip the thought. But you don't have to focus on if it's his thought or not. Okay, so whatever you know, he knows. Okay, so mainly the things that you tell yourself should be I know he knows statements or I know she knows statements. Okay, because it's flipping the thought automatically. It goes directly into their subconscious mind, no matter what. But this is where you leverage the subconscious mind and how it operates. So if you say, I know this, well, then he knows that because you know it, right? So, okay, so here's how this works. So you say, I know, right? I know statements. So your subconscious mind pushes out what you know. So now that's where we leverage and say, okay, so if the subconscious mind pushes out what I know, then why can't I leverage that and say he knows? Because in his subconscious mind, it flips to I know. And so last time I checked, everyone's subconscious mind works the same. So what's pushing out into his reality is what he knows. You're just guiding what he knows. So that's where you say he knows, and it flips to I know. Okay, in his subconscious mind. And his subconscious mind pushes that out. So that's where we leverage. Because most of your SPs are spiritually asleep. Okay? Most of them are spiritually asleep. They just let their thoughts run on autopilot. And that's where you have to realize that some things they tell you, you can leverage about them, right? So like if they're an overthinker, you can leverage that. Because if they're an overthinker, then that means they're all up in their thought space, right? They tend to overthink everything. That's great. Well, let me tell you what you're going to overthink. Me, us being together, right? And that's where you leverage the he knows statements, because now it pushes out into his reality of what he knows, because it flips to I know. That's where you leverage. You put a note in your underwear and wore it for 3 days. Nesp. That's right, Shayna. I almost didn't go live today because you guys didn't comment that shit. I'm going to put that in the video. If you want me to go live today, then you must comment and share this video. Oh, man. Jenna, snaps to Jenna. Of course, your SP opened your Snapchats after 6 days of leaving them undelivered. That is movement. Of course it is, because you have to understand is leaving snaps undelivered for 6 days. And then all of a sudden, like I forget something that happened an hour ago. Ask Bevy, right? Bevy claimed my new video. Ask Bevy, right? Like she'll be like, Jen, did you do this? I'm like, huh? She's like, Jen, you confirmed last night. And it's the morning. And I was like, well, I forgot. So for someone to remember 6 days later to open up your snaps, of course, that's good movement, because that means that he's thinking about you a lot, right? Because why would he go seek out your fucking snaps from 6 days ago? So now I told Bevy, I pinned her to the top of WhatsApp, and I said, okay, fine, Bevy. I will open up your messages daily. Because she's like, well, clearly you have not read my messages. And I was like, I have not. Okay, if you're new here, fine. He was not opening them on purpose. For what? But he still opened them 6 days later. So here you go, Jenna. You're downplaying the movement. Don't do that. Don't do that. Instead, you turn it around, okay? Because he was mad at you. Okay, well, what is he, 5? So he's mad at you, so he's like, fuck her snaps. Seriously. But you're downplaying the movement. You're justifying. Okay? You're justifying shit. So stop justifying. And start being like, that's goddamn right. Of course you open my fucking snaps. Why? Because you're over that shit. Why? Because you never get mad at me. Please. I could do no wrong. I know you're, of course you opened up my snaps because you're fucking, all you do is think about me, bitch. Stop downplaying it. Don't justify it again. If you're fucking new here, then I'll let you slide. But if you're fucking not new here, if you fucking acknowledge no movement again, I'm gonna fucking smack you in the goddamn fucking face. Yeah, I said it. I feel like today is no acknowledge, no movement day. So if anyone acknowledges no movement, text coaching, manifest for me, main general group, guess where you're going? You're going to jail. Because stop acknowledging no movement. What the fuck part of there's always movement going on behind the scenes is unclear? What part of that is unfucking clear? What part of that is unclear? It's like I'm talking to a fucking child right now. There's always movement going on behind the fucking scenes. So there's always movement. No movement is not a fucking thing. It's not a thing. So just like no contact is not a fucking thing. Okay, yeah, sure. They love to tell you that shit. And yeah, sure. Do I make videos about that? Yeah, because that's where the fuck you're at mentality-wise. But it's not a goddamn thing. It's not a thing. There's always movement that leads up to contact. And when it pushes out into your 3D, it comes very fast. That's why. Okay? It comes very fast because well, let's just talk. We're all fucking adults here, unless you're Ren. It's called the buildup. When you're having sexy time with your boo-boo, aren't you working towards the buildup? So you're working, putting in the work, and then there's the buildup, and then what happens? It's the best example I can give right now, bitch. What up, James, buddy? I love you. Oh, as he walks into my analogy of the buildup before the explosion. That's the movement behind the scenes. Okay, the movement behind the scenes is the buildup. And then all of a sudden, boom, it explodes. On your face, on your back, inside, who the fuck knows? Whatever your preference. I'm not judging. But it explodes. Okay, it comes fast. That's how you have to remember. So stop the nonsense. Stop the nonsense. Stop acknowledging. Still nothing. Still nothing. No movement. There has been no movement. That's like acknowledging that your car doesn't work and then expecting it somehow to fucking turn on. That doesn't how it works. So you may not be checking the 3D, but you're still acknowledging no fucking movement. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. I was on with somebody today that she's been in no contact for a year. So, care to guess who liked her snap? Her SP? Well, that's movement. So you're supposed to leverage. Stop acknowledging no movement. That's your biggest fucking problem, and it's so goddamn annoying. It's so annoying. Look at snaps to Jackie, who has gotten movement from her SP here and there with her own TikTok videos and reposts. That is movement. That is movement, bitch. Okay, 11111. I asked SP if I could visit him 2-hour flight away. He said yes, but it means I won't stay with him. Uber. Huh? I'm confused. I'm going to need you to clarify 11111. Because you're saying one thing, but then saying the opposite. Like, well, not really, but it depends on his living situation. Okay? So it's like, if you want to go, you asked if you could visit him. He said yes, but it means you won't stay with him. And I don't know what Uber means, because I ain't paying no. If it's a 2-hour flight away, I am not fucking Ubering. He won't fetch me. I'd have to Uber and stay at a hotel, even though he said yes. Well, that depends on his situation. I don't know his situation. But there's a lot of people that like, that's not odd if that's what you're looking for. It's not odd. it depends on whether they actually won't come and get you or they can't. Okay. So like, there's a lot of people that go and travel to travel to see their SPs, and then fucking like, I would go when I was dating somebody in Vegas. I would fly out to Vegas and I'd get to the airport, hop my whole ass in a fucking Uber, and take my ass to a hotel. And then when he was off work, he would come and see me, right? That's completely normal. There's a lot of people there's a lot of clients here that's exactly what the fuck they do, right? I have one client right now that's going to Dallas this weekend. She's going to see her SP, but she's going to Uber to a hotel, stay in a hotel, and then see her SP. So I'm saying that I have numerous clients like that. To me, that's not an abnormal thing. Okay, it's not an abnormal thing. You asked to go there, but he may have plans already or may have a job. And if he has a job or something that's coming up at the time of the flight, then you got to Uber your ass to stay in a hotel. A lot of people do that shit. Depends on his living situation too. Okay? So that's how you have to look at it. You're taking a couple things a little personal that don't necessarily need to be personal. Does that make sense? Because like if I want to see my man, then I'm going to see my man. Ubering from getting a hotel would be a given unless they had their own place and we were at that level in our relationship. To me, that would be a given. Ubering from the airport to me would be a given too. Well, one, because I don't want to sit around and fucking wait, but it would depend. It would depend, right? Sometimes he would pick me up from the airport if he wasn't working that day. But if he was working, then no, I'd have to Uber. Because you're picking the flight. You know what I'm saying? Like I would pick my flight. I would go right after work. It's a 45-minute flight from here to Vegas. So I would go right after work. I'd have my suitcase already. I'd go right after work to the fucking airport, park my shit, and get on the flight. And then, but he was at work until 10 or 8. I don't fucking know. And then he would come see me. So to me, that wasn't a big deal. So I would not let that shit be a big deal because a lot of times you have to realize that there's different situations. What up, Sergeant Girlfriend? You talk to your friend into trying manifestation for their SP's issues and recommend me. Well, thanks, Sergeant. I love you, bitch. You get flooded with angel numbers on literally the most random things since the toot-your-own horn. Love that for you, Sab. Love that for you. I personally was never an angel number person. That's why I chose my own signs, because I was like, I don't see angel numbers unless I look at the clock. Which I will tell you, everything happens for a reason. I was sleeping yesterday. I took a nap, and my daughter woke me up to cook her dinner. I was like, sure, just give me a minute. I laid back down on the couch, and my phone was on silent. And then I just happened to look at my phone to Golden Baby Love calling me because we had a coaching call later in the day. And I was like, oh shit, look at that. Decaf. Every time you feel good, your 3D presents something to knock you down. That is because gutter trash. We don't call them third parties, Decaf. Where the fuck have you been? Okay. We call them gutter trash. And the reason for that is because you are checking gutter trash as shit. Fuck gutter trash. Fuck gutter trash. Why are you checking gutter trash as shit? Because you have to understand this here. Okay, first of all, there could be a couple scenarios that play out here when it comes to gutter trash. Me and a couple members have dealt with this. Is when gutter trash knows about you, they try to fuck with you on the internet. They try to get to you on the internet. Why would you let them? That's like treating them as relevant news when they're not relevant news. When they're not anywhere on your level. Anywhere on your level. None of you should be viewing gutter trash as competition in any sense of that fucking word. Because oftentimes when you look at them, and if you know about them, they're not. But they are also very jealous of you. They're very jealous of you. So you should look at them like anything that they post, they're just trying to get a reaction from you. They're just trying to get to you. Social media is not real. People post all kinds of shit online. It's not real, but they're trying to get to you because they're jealous of you. So all you need to look at anything that they post when it comes to you and your SP should be like, wow, you're pathetic. You're pathetic. That's how you should look at them. As nothing but dog shit on the side of the fucking sidewalk. Because that's what they are. Pathetic. And that's how you should look at them. Because you know who the fuck you are. And when you put yourself on that pedestal and you think about, it depends on the situation with gutter trash, okay? So like, if you are in contact with your SP, right? And there's gutter trash. It should not be hard. It should literally not be hard for you to put yourself on that pedestal because all you have to do is think about the things that they fucking have said about gutter trash. You know what I'm saying? Like all you have to, because they talk, right? They talk to you. And so all you have to do is think about the things that they've said about gutter trash. Why in the fuck would you in a million years view them as competition? Man, it's like, I know all the things he said. So, no, I don't think so. Okay, that's how you have to look at it. Now, if you're not in contact with your SP, then you should still look at her like trash. Not on your level, doesn't compare to you. I don't need to flaunt my relationship around online because somehow that validates my relationship. If you know what your shit is, then I don't need it. Like, I like to keep my private life private. And so I don't need to flaunt my shit online because I know we're together. I know what kind of relationship we have. Putting it online isn't going to validate my relationship. So if you feel the need to constantly put your relationship online, well, then clearly that tells me there's problems in your paradise. Because you wouldn't need to validate your relationship online to your couple hundred fucking followers. You know what I'm saying? That shit's fucking stupid. But that, again, is also an insecurity within yourself. Okay? Within them. Within everything. If you have to put your entire life on social media, then you're very insecure. That you're seeking validation from people you don't even fucking know on the internet. What the fuck does that say about you and your life? I don't need validation about shit. See what I'm saying? But when people have to do that, when people have to put things like that online for the internet, it's like you need validation from people on the internet. Wow. You must be a miserable ass person. You must have problems, right? You have insecurities within yourself. You should fix that. You should fix that. Because certain people should like part of their life to be private, right? Celebrities certainly they value privacy. Why would you not too? So why do you give a fuck what they put online? Who gives a shit? Oh yeah, Tyrese. Oh fuck. The bruise is getting bigger, bitch. Yes, I have to give us a reading because I saw that too. Today is the Lionsgate portal. Ooh. What's dangerous? Your thoughts are dangerous? Educate yourself, bitch. Educate your fucking self. Your thoughts are dangerous. Well, I get they are dangerous, okay? But I'm not teaching shit other than to control your thoughts. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about what's dangerous. Your thoughts, the way you perceive things in life, the way you perceive things in society. Here's the thing. Listen up, buttercup. If you actually controlled your thoughts and started perceiving things differently in society, society would change. More people should try that shit out for a change. More people should try that shit out for a fucking change. So nothing is dangerous about what I'm teaching. You sound stupid as fuck. Last time I checked, you have thoughts any goddamn way. Do you not have thoughts? Do you not have thoughts? Well, then your thoughts are dangerous, bitch. According to you. According to you. Your thoughts are dangerous. Because that's what you're doing, is thinking. And we simply change your thinking. So, there's that part. There's that fucking part. So, you might want to educate yourself. No one's over here teaching black magic, voodoo, dolls, none of that shit. Okay? We're teaching you how to control your thoughts, which you sound dumb as shit. Love when a good, stupid comment gets posted. Love when a dumb comment gets posted. It's dangerous. It's so dangerous. This is the ignorance people live with. You see what I'm saying? This is the ignorance that people live with around here. I'm just saying. Well, fuck Tyrese. I saw a video about the Lionsgate portal. But now it's on 8/8. Got it. 8/8. Let me write that down. 8/8. Lionsgate portal. That's right. She could educate herself. She sounds dumb as fuck. This is a lack of intelligence these days. You know what's dangerous is going to school for fucking 12 years, learning not a goddamn thing you're going to use as an adult. That's what's dangerous. People will be spiritually asleep around here. People just lack common sense. That's all that shit is. That's all that shit is. It's common sense. Okay? So, anywho, Nanner, yes, Tyrese, let's do something for the Lionsgate portal. I mean, does the lion come out the portal? Where do they come up with this shit? Is there like a lion? There's like a gate, a gold gate that appears somewhere, like the Bermuda Triangle, and there's like a gate that appears with a lion. Is that? Oh man, but we're gonna have fun with it. If you believe in that shit, we're gonna roll with that shit, bitch. We are gonna roll with that. Now, I lost a shit ton of questions, so we're gonna get into something real quick. No, actually, we'll do that after we do the exercises because I'm gonna be on track today. Like James says, I never digress. Oh, that's right. 111 shares to grab the WhatsApp. I never digress on these calls, ever. Who the fuck would digress around here? Know what I'm saying? Not me. Not me. We stay on track. James, you felt it coming. Oh, man. It was the best example I could give, given the time. It's Yesenia's birthday today. The summer. Do I have any advice on how to get my SP back? Yeah, we don't call them X's around here because X's means exactly that. So stick around because I'm going to tell you exactly how to get your SP back. But first, even though I talked to her today, but she's sick. So we had to cut the call short because she sounds awful. So I didn't want to make her talk. But happy birthday to you, Yesenia. That's right, NY2NC manifest. Oh man, that's right. Manifesting on a time crunch equals a quickie. Oh. Oh man, that shit was fucking funny. KK, revising how you broke up doesn't, it's, okay, in my opinion, it's not a thing. Oh, I'm gonna write that down. I'm supposed to be recording videos when I fucking get, a moment. I'm gonna do that tomorrow though. Okay. In my humble opinion, revision is not a thing. Conscious revision, let me say. Conscious revision is not a thing, okay? Because when it comes to your SPs, okay, well, in general, but let me tell you a couple of reasons why it's not a thing when it comes to your SPs. Okay, first of all, because you're consciously revising, okay, you're visualizing a different scenario. However, your subconscious mind, who does operate off of pictures, don't get me confused, your subconscious mind, though, remembers anything and everything about you. So while you want to consciously revise the breakup, your subconscious mind knows it happened. Okay? So there's problem numero uno. Okay? Second is there's something, if you're going to revise from the subconscious level off of pictures, okay? The way you would have to revise, this is what they don't teach in the manifestation community because they don't fucking know, okay, is the subconscious mind holds on to events because, negative events, because there's something to learn from the event itself. If you do not adapt those learnings, it holds on to it, okay? Which is why your body is designed to completely heal itself. Your entire body is designed to heal itself. Okay, which is why when you break a bone, the cast ain't doing shit but holding your arm in place so that the bones heal themselves. Okay, when they put pins and rods and shit inside of you, that's not doing anything but holding the shit in place so that it heals itself. So when medical issues arise within the body, the reason for that is because you have a emotional event. This is the problem with conscious revision, okay? Emotional events, aka a breakup, okay, aka any emotional event. This is why the body creates disease inside of you, because you suffered a major emotional event that went unresolved. So because of that, your subconscious has to talk to you somehow. Something grows with inside of you, like we'll say like a tumor or cancer or anything like that can grow inside of you. There's a lot of people that have medical problems. And every time I've asked this question, I said, okay, let me ask you this. I said, have you suffered, or that person, have they suffered a major emotional event 16 to 24 months prior to their diagnosis? Do you care to guess the percentage of people that said yes? 100%. They knew exactly what the event was too. They were like, yeah, I did. That is why. So if you resolve that event, if you learn the lesson from that event, then you go into complete remission. No chemo needed. Nothing needed. There's been a whole study done on this. Okay, Bugs Bunny, not actually Bugs Bunny, but the voice of Bugs Bunny, actually did. He was in I think it was a coma, and one of his friends came and said in the Bugs Bunny's voice, and said, "What's up, doc? It's time to wake up." And he woke up. Right? The Mayo Clinic did a study when it came to a war, and there was major. They ran out of anesthesia, and they were like, "What do we fucking do? People have like they're like missing limbs and shit like that. What do we do?" And somebody said, "Just still whatever those fucking packets are, right? Fill it with water." They didn't have anything to do. They ran out of the shit, and so they did. No one felt any pain. There was water, but they didn't know that. Okay? So it's things like that. So if you want to revise, this is such a long fucking explanation, but this is why revision that they teach in manifestation is not a thing. Okay? If you want to actually revise the breakup, you have to go back to the breakup. And you have to ask your subconscious mind, what is there to learn from this? That when adapting the learnings, we can let this go. Okay? You have to adapt the learning. And then that's where the pain and all this shit comes from, because you haven't learned from it. You don't need to know what the lesson is to be learned. You just need to ask your subconscious mind. The first thing that pops in your mind, that's what there was to learn from that. Adapt the learning. Say, we're adapting the learning. You instruct your subconscious mind so that we can let it go. That's how you revise. So if you're going to visualize, you have to adapt the learning. So you visualize going back to the event, adapt before the event. Okay, you drop into the event. Here's how you do it. You drop into the event, then you go before the event. Keyword is before. And then adapt the learning and then move forward. There's a whole technique I do with people on it. It's called timeline therapy. Time techniques, okay? Timeline therapy is its initial name, but it's where you go into your timeline, okay? Because everyone has one. And you adapt the learnings, okay? That's actual revision that, works. The whole, like, if you were to go on YouTube and watch a fucking video on how to revise, that's fucking stupid shit, because it's like, how do you revise a breakup? Exactly what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to go back to the event in your mind and what? Visualize what? Another goddamn day? See what I'm saying? So then why don't you just fucking do that shit now? Because that's also the problem. So while you want to revise consciously, if you want to go watch a video on revision in the manifestation community, they'll tell you how to revise the event. But here's what they don't tell you is while you're revising the event, visualizing the event playing out differently, which I always thought sounded odd. But anyway, while you're doing that, what they're not telling you is, so what are you supposed to do now? You're supposed to live in the end of being together. Because while you revise the breakup, all you're doing is acknowledging the fact that you're not together, the fact that they haven't talked to you, the fact that you're in no contact, the fact that, see what I'm saying? So you're telling yourself the opposite of what you revised. So that's why it doesn't work. Just in case you were curious. So just manifest them back. It's a lot simpler of a process because you're just wasting time. You're just wasting time. I'd be dropping nuggets on here of wisdom for you guys. Good, Leanne. Get a fucking grip, bitch. Get a grip. Get a grip. Right after we do, stick around. Right after we do these exercises that we're about to get into right now. Gigi, I talk to you later. Let me know, unless your name is Gigi on the calendar. I want to know. Okay. Thanks, Chelsea girlfriend. But stick around. What's your favorite manifestation technique, Queen Bee? I'm about to tell you guys this, okay? Asking the same question 55,000 times ain't gonna get to it any quicker, okay? But my favorite, there's no technique in manifestation. Okay. Contrary to what the internet fucking tries to tell you. Okay. Is not everything is a goddamn technique. Okay. Manifestation is a thing. It's not a technique. Okay. So it's not like, oh, you know, if you want to manifest money, here's the technique. If you want to manifest an SP back, here's the technique. But in the SP world, there's 55,000. Crazy Court. There's 55,000 techniques. That sounds stupid as shit. There's no technique. So my flashy. Yes, you can take a nap, bitch. You can take a nap. There's no technique in manifestation. It's something you've always been doing. Okay. So if you want to talk technique, my favorite manifestation technique is controlling your thoughts. It's your inner conversations. That's what you've been doing the whole time. You didn't try to manifest a breakup. You didn't try to manifest being broke. You didn't try to do any of that shit. You weren't looking for a technique for all the negative shit. So what makes you think you have to do any of that shit for the positive? You don't. You have to control your thoughts, inner conversations. That's what those are. And so that's the only manifestation technique your ass fucking needs. That's all it needs. But they don't tell you that, do they? No. They say affirm, which I stand by affirming. But because it distracts your thoughts. That's why. I've told you guys this. But they'll be like, just affirm, just decide, live in the end, step into the void. Huh? Heal the inner child. Visualize. 255 million techniques. If you want to get a text. The whisper method. This, that, and that. Nah. Don't need any of that shit. So there's that part. Okay. I don't like posting my private life either. I told you guys how many times I gotta tell you that celebrities don't do that shit. They post way after the fact. If you see them posting on that they're at a restaurant, you are not gonna go there and they're there. Do they look stupid to you? Do they look stupid to you? No. It's called a private life for a reason. Because they like to keep the shit private. All right, what up, right, girlfriend? All right, so let's get into techniques. They're exercises. We do exercises around here. And no, I don't mean in the physical sense. Because who wants to physically exercise? It sounds, I'm exhausted just thinking about it. Oh, my fucking leg. Oh, my God. You guys are going to see when I get up that this bruise just keeps expanding. I'm just saying. Oh, really, Crazy Core? Snap. Why would your SP not save your selfie pic? I love a good saved photo. My boyfriend's got a whole gallery of my fucking photos. He said, he goes, my collection is growing. And no, they're not pictures, in case you're curious, they're not pictures of. Just throwing that out there. All right. So get a comfy, cozy place for about 4 minutes so we can get started. Okay? All right. Crazy Court. That's right, bitch. That's right. Okay, so we do 2 exercises around here every single day in case you're new here. One is the photo method. The other one that we're going to do right now is cord cutting, where you cut the energy cord with your SP so that you can, get your shit. Now, these two exercises, they don't take the time now is 11:43, baby. They don't take long to do, okay? So we're going to plow through this shit real quick because I have things to talk to you about. We're going, after these 2 exercises, I'm going to tell you I'm going to give you, I know a lot of you guys need structure, ideas. You lack ideas. So I'm going to tell you the affirmations, again, that you need to be using, that you should be using, right, for your SP. But then I'm going to tell you how to leverage the main affirmations that I used when initially manifesting my boyfriend back, and how to turn those into inner conversations. Okay? Because those are obviously very powerful, but I'll help you turn them into inner conversations. Okay? Okay. Now, let's get started. Oh, before we do, while you're getting a comfy place, for you newbies around here, let me introduce myself real quicks. Don't worry, it's not a long intro, relax. I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever miss a live, I always put them on the Tube of the U. And if you come from TikTok, well, anywhere, my gift to you is I do not turn ads on until 24 hours after the video has been posted. So you can watch my live replays completely ad-free. You're fucking welcome. You're welcome. And then after that, I turn them on. Okay? If I remember. Which sometimes I know. But that's okay. Also, I manifested my boyfriend from no contact to living with me in only 4 weeks. I have now mastered cutting that time in fucking half. So if you want me to manifest your SP for you, or you want to work with me one-on-one so you can figure out where you're going wrong so you can get your shit right, all links obviously are in my bio. We've got SP stories, songs, hypnosis, bundle packs, guided meditations, text coaching, WhatsApp group that's lit, by the way. That will keep you motivated and inspired, because here we are a family, and you will get to see success stories posted every fucking day, literally movement posted every day by members in our group. Okay. And yeah, we teach 3 laws around here: the law of leverage, the law of get your shit, and the law of shut the fuck up, or whatever other law you want to talk about. Yep, we made them up here. Okay, don't take our shit. All right, now message Bevy and she'll tell you what time our call is. I don't fucking know. You're the one that chose the time, bitch. So, yeah, Shayna, post your new updated success story. Marissa, we have no problem. We're happy to oblige putting you in jail. Okay? I am obviously your manifestation bestie, where we're family around here. We're definitely family in the WhatsApp group too. And I'm never here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm always here to tell you what you need to hear. I take manifestation and I completely simplify it. Here, it's manifestation for dummies. Call it what it is. The manifestation community has completely overcomplicated Bevy. The manifestation community has totally overcomplicated manifestation. They're just trying to come up with shit because they're running out of content. I don't fucking know, or they're trying to make a name for themselves. And so here we dumb that shit down. We simplify it because you don't have to do a lot. And so since we simplify it, you get your shit and you get it quicker. That's how this works. Okay. There you go. There's Bevy. Somebody doesn't know what time their call is. All right. So that's what we're here to help you fucking do. Raquel, I'm calling us all dumb. I'm just kidding, bitch. Just kidding. Okay, I don't feel the need to use big words because big words hurt my goddamn brain. So I'll leave that up to my daughter, who can you tell me why the fuck she listened to a heart monitor last night? Like a flatlining heart monitor, like it just went. She said, "This is my favorite." She goes, "This one is my favorite." I'm like, it literally goes, beep. Who in the fuck is going to bed like that? My daughter. Yeah, I was like, that would annoy the shit out of me to listen to that fucking heart monitor, flatlining heart monitor. She goes, "It's my favorite. I think this is the new go-to." And then she was like, apparently there's a name. She goes, it's like, I don't fucking know what the fuck she called it, but apparently there's a name for it. I was like, what do you just go through on YouTube and just look at meditative music and just go through it and just figure out which one is the one for the night. She's testing them out. She's testing them out. I was like, sounds good, baby. Do you, boo. Do you. And no prompting needed. She just loves it. She says she sleeps really well at night listening to meditative music. There's no fucking words in it because I won't let her listen to no subliminals and shit. It was like, she called it some shit. It had a number behind it, like 839. I was like, oh yeah, is that the frequency? It was like frequency 839 or some shit like that. I was like, okay. Well, all I know is I'm not going to bed because she was like, can you hear that? I was like, hear what? And then we go in because I took her out every night. And then we go in there and I was like, why are you listening to this? It's my new one. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, that would drive me nuts. That would drive me absolutely nuts. If I'm going to listen to something, it would be like a waterfall, right? Or some shit like that. Not like, But she's cute. She props her fucking iPad up on her desk in her room. She props that shit up, turns the volume up, and that shit she just runs with it. I was like, okay. Oh, man. All right. Now you should all be fucking comfy cozy, okay? So, now, I want you to, she's a Libra like me, Portents. She's a Libra. She got her pink bathrobe arrived yesterday. Pink bathrobe arrived yesterday. And she literally comes out in her little fucking pink bathrobe and her bonnet on. And she looks so bougie as shit. I was like, but it was so fucking cute at the same time. She goes, what do you think? And I was like, it was so fucking cute. It was so cute. So she goes, it's not really good for getting out of the shower. I was like, I think it's all bullshit. When you get out the shower and you see it in the movies, they get out the shower, they put on a fucking bathrobe. I'm like, you don't dry the body off? I feel like you still got to dry the body off, right? Because that would drive me nuts. Because it's like, what do you do with the bathrobe? Now the bathrobe is fucking wet. Just saying. So, anyway, all right. I get it, Sab. That's why you gotta drink some of this shit. That's my Kool-Aid. Meets Gatorade. 0 sugar. All right. Now, let's begin. That's right, Raquel. We can share it. I only allowed to share my birthday month with one person. I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to take some deep breaths in. Just take some deep breaths and relax. Release the tension from your body. Let it go. Let it go. Clear your mind. Rest. Relax. Clear your mind for just a couple minutes. Don't worry about 5 minutes from now. Forget 5 minutes ago. Just be present in the moment. You owe it to yourself. Now I want you to imagine that you're in a giant amphitheater. You're alone. It's dark outside. There's no one there but you. And you're sitting in the middle of this amphitheater, and in front of you, there's a giant stage. And on this stage, there's a single stage light that goes from the ceiling down to the center of the stage. Now I want you to stare into that stage light for just a moment. And as you look into that stage light, you start to realize and get a sense that you're actually not alone. In fact, you notice that off in the distance, in the back of the stage, out of the light, a dark shadowy figure. And as you begin to adjust your focus to the dark shadowy figure, you start to realize that that person is actually your SP. Now I want you to call your SP's name. I want you to say their name, and I want you to call them and tell them to step into the light, into the center of the stage. Do that now. And as they begin to step into the light, into the center of the stage, you start to notice their facial features, their physical features, and you also notice a gold cord that runs directly from your third eye into theirs. Now I want you to look at your SP and I want you to ask them these two questions, and I want you to hear them respond. If you can hear their voice, great. If you can't, that's okay too. I want you to ask your SP right now, do you support me? Hear them tell you, yes. Now ask your SP, do you love me? Also hear them tell you, yes. Now I want you to say these 4 phrases to your SP. This time they're not going to respond, and that's okay. I want you to look at your SP right now, right in their eyes. And I want you to say to your SP, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Now I want you to reach up with your hands as if it's a pair of scissors, and I want you to cut the gold cord that runs directly from your third eye only, leaving the gold cord fully intact with your SP's third eye. And as the gold cord continues to fall to the floor, I want you to reach up with your other hand, and I want you to grab the roots of that gold cord and just pull them out of your third eye and toss them aside. And as the gold cord continues to fall to the floor, your SP starts to float away like a balloon. And they get farther and farther, and they get smaller and smaller, and they get farther and farther, and they get smaller and smaller, and they get farther and farther, and they get smaller and smaller, and they get farther and farther, and smaller and smaller, and they get farther and farther, and smaller and farther, until they just disappear. Now take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, and open your eyes. Now, you have to know that either now or in a very, very short amount of time, your SP will think about you. That's what happens when you cut the energy cord. Okay? You cleanse the energy between you and your SP. They notice a shift and you pop into their mind. So now your SP is going to be thinking about you if they're not already thinking about you. So now, bitch, let's go get you some contact. Let's go get some contact, if you know what I mean. It's all right. It's okay if you cry. They will feel an energetic shift, a positive one, because you're cleansing the energy between you and your SP, keeping it fresh, because that's what it's about, keeping it fresh. I did this with an ex that I hadn't talked to in 8 years. And all of a sudden, within 72 hours, he called me and he was like, hey, I was just thinking about you, how you doing? I was like, ew. That wasn't why I was doing it. Okay, I'm not a huge visualizer either. Okay, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You just do it. I'm not a huge visualizer either. But if you guys do want to work on visualizing, if you're not a big visualizer and you want to work on it, there's an apple technique you can do where you visualize, you try to hold the vision of an apple. Okay? Of an apple, and you just try to hold it for as long as possible. And then you'll notice if you did this every day, you'll start to hold the vision of the apple even longer. And then when you do that, then you can start adding in details of the apple, right? And that's how you would do it. Okay? Stick around, Mandy, because after we do the photo method right now, I'm going to tell you, with everybody wanting to know what the favorite methods for manifesting SPs are, mine. Mine's the only method you'll need because it's foolproof. It works. I've done it. Okay? So, you're welcome. I've done it. Okay? I teach you guys on here the power of the subconscious mind all the time. And so just do what I tell you to do, which I'm going to tell you. I'm going to try to simplify a baseline routine to give you guys an idea after this photo method, okay? To get you contact, because I want to tell you guys the main affirmations you should be using to distract your thoughts, right? To get them up in there. And then I'm going to give you ideas of taking my initial affirmations and how to turn them into inner conversations to get your, fucking movement. There's that word. Okay. Okie dokesily. Let's get it. Get your photos of your SPs out. Hello, where you been? Sleeping under a rock? Get the photos of your SP out right now. That's right, moon traveler. Besides, what do you mean you have been single for moons? You're busy traveling the moon, bitch. And happy goddamn birthday to you. Age ain't nothing but a goddamn number. I was watching this whole thing on Shark Tank the other day where a lady's 82. She did not look a day over fucking 50. It's all about how you feel. We only age by number, never by looks, bitch. Never by looks. All right. Alrighty. Now, I need you to understand that your SP changed over time in your relationship, right? The version of your SP at the end of your relationship was not the same version of your SP in the beginning of your relationship. At some point in time, you didn't even recognize them anymore. They had changed. But the reality is, so did you. You also weren't the same as you were in the beginning of your relationship as you were in the end. Okay? Because oftentimes relationships tend to create insecurities within yourself. They also tend to, your identities also start to change based on your relationship. You go from wanting to be with your SP to needing to be with your SP, and that becomes a problem. Okay, if you need to be with your SP, that means that they're on the pedestal because you don't need a goddamn person. Okay? So, that's where you made that shift, and that's why your relationship changed. So instead, we're going to go back to the beginning of our relationship. And I want you to remember who the fuck you were. Who were you as a person in your relationship? You had a confidence level about you, a swagger. I need you to remember who the fuck you were. You didn't need your SP. Sure, maybe you wanted to date them. A lot of you didn't have any interest in your SP at first, right? Because you knew who you were, but you definitely didn't need them. You didn't need them to validate who you were as a person. You didn't need them to make you feel good about yourself. You didn't need any of that shit. You did it all on your own. You need to tap back into that version of you. Do it now. Remember who you were, because that version of you is who your SP chased, pursued, desired, wanted to be with, talked to all the time, couldn't wait to get off work so that you could spend time together. That version of your SP, or of you, is who your SP wanted to be in a relationship with, caught feelings for, fell in love with. You must become that version of yourself again, the confident version of yourself that's on that fucking pedestal, that knows who the fuck you are. And nobody you don't need validation from anybody about who you are. So you need to become that version of you again, but the elevated version of you, the evolved version of you, the 2.0 bitch version. Like mama and papa are back with a brand new bang, bitch. That's how you need to be. Okay, now, I need you to now go to a time in your relationship where everything was absolutely amazing. That time in your relationship when you didn't question anything. Nothing at all did you question. You didn't seek whether he would call you, text you. You just knew he would. Why wouldn't they? We talked all the time. You weren't questioning how they felt about you, if they wanted to be with you, if you were going to see them. You didn't question anything. You were enjoying the ride, baby. Go back to that. Right now. Go back to that version of your SP. Select that version of your SP. And you select that version of your SP by seeing them as that person again. Forget who they were 5 minutes ago. Irrelevant. See them as the version you want them to be. For you and only you. Now, forget who they were before. No other version of them exists except for this version. Now, you have never not been in contact with your SP, so knock the stupid shit off. Okay, no contact's not a thing. Sure, maybe in your 3D, but you're always in contact with your SP. Anytime you think about them, they think about you. Anytime they think about you, you think about them. Which is why sometimes they'll randomly pop into your mind. No prompting needed. Which is also why sometimes you have to try to not think about them. Because they're thinking about you. Randomly a memory will pop into your mind out of nowhere. That's them thinking about you. And that's what you have to remember. So you need to remember this. Okay? And you need to understand that you're always in contact. There hasn't been a day that's gone by where they haven't wanted to talk to you in the 3D. Where they haven't looked at your photos in their gallery. Where they haven't looked you up on social media to see what you were doing. Not a day goes by where they don't look at your contact wanting to call you, talk to you, tell you everything you want to hear. But up until now, you have been preventing them from doing that. Because you're consistently expecting the worst in your SP. And that's based on your 3D. Okay? Because either way, you're expecting something. But up until now, all you've been expecting is them not to talk to you, them blocked you. I'm still blocked on social media. They're not contacting me. It's been 4 months since we last talked. Are they ever going to contact me again? Have they moved on? Do they want to be with somebody else? Do they love somebody else? This, that, and the fucking third. That's all your ass has been doing up until this point. Is expecting the worst. And then wondering why the shit isn't improving. That's why. Why there's no movement in your 3D? That's why. Because you keep acknowledging what's not showing up. You keep expecting what you don't want. So instead, we need to start expecting what the fuck you want. Then think about you all the time. Of course they're going to contact me. Why wouldn't they? They contact me all the time. I know they're going to text me today and tell me everything I want to hear. Period. You need to start expecting something that you want and stop expecting what you don't want. That's that simple. So right now, you're going to expect something that you want, not what you don't want. Okay? Okay. Now, if you are new here, Derek, you're going to put on your fucking crown. Maybe not a queen's crown. It could be a king's crown. Don't worry. Because here we get what the fuck we want. We get it when we want it. We don't need shit. We want it. And therefore we get what we want. We don't wait for shit around here. Okay? If you are, when queens and kings give a command, do they sit there and question, wonder, worry, doubt, check to see if their command has been fulfilled? No, the fuck they don't. No, the fuck they don't. When queens and kings give a command, there's nothing to fucking check. There's nothing to question. There's nothing to doubt. I gave the command. I don't give a fuck how it's going to be fulfilled. I just know it's going to be done. That's all I gotta goddamn know. And that's all you have to fucking know. So get a goddamn grip. Get a grip. Now, if you want to know the quickest way to manifest your fucking SP back, wait till after this method and I will tell you how to do that. But if you leave, then it's a wrap, bro. You're going to have to wait till tomorrow, another day, watch the replay. I don't fucking know. But if right after this, it's only for a couple minutes. Right after this method, why I go to the ladies' room and go take a bite of something. I'm going to tell you the fastest way to manifest your SP back if you fucking listen to what the fuck I said. I'm going to simplify inner conversations for you. And I'm going to give you a routine. Okay? That's how this is going to work. All right? Okay, if you are in no contact, you're going to say this out loud. If you're alone, say it out loud. Say it with a little bit of backbone, a little bit of queen king energy. If you are not alone, then say it in your mind so you don't look like a fucking wacko. Okay? Now, if you are in no contact with your SP or you are in contact but it is not consistent contact, then you're going to look at their photo dead ass in their fucking face and tell them to contact you. So you're going to tell them, you're contacting me right now. You know you want to contact me right now. You are contacting me right now. You know you want to contact me. You are contacting me right now. Period. Okay. Now, if you are in consistent communication, but you live long distance, then you can say either they're contacting right now or you can throw in an extra and say that you're contacting me right now and you're going to tell me everything I want to hear. You are contacting me right now and you're going to tell me everything I want to hear. Okay. If you are in consistent communication, but you are not long distance, then you can tell them one of the two, or you're going to say, you're coming to see me today. You know you want to come see me today. You're coming to see me today. You know you want to come see me today. You are coming to see me today. You know you want to come see me today. Period. Oh, Irene, hopefully you can see how big my bruise is now when I get up. I'm going to show you, bitch. I'm going to show you how big my fucking bruise is. Okay, now if you're in any of the ships, friendship, situationship, relationship, marriage ship, whatever ship, don't goddamn matter ship, then you can do one of the three that we discussed earlier, or you can tell them, you can have fun with it. You can say, you're bringing me dinner tonight. You know you want to bring me dinner tonight. You're buying me flowers today. You know you want to buy me flowers today. You're giving me a massage tonight. You know you want to give me a massage tonight. You're taking me on a date tonight. You know you want to take me on a date tonight. You're giving me sexy time tonight. You know you want to give me sexy time tonight. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Start expecting what you want. Stop expecting what you don't. And it starts now, bitch. Right now. Did I say tomorrow? No. Did I say an hour from now? No. I said right goddamn now. Right now. Circumstances only matter if you decide that they do. So why don't you decide right now that they fucking don't? How about that? How about that? Okay? Okay. Like I said, what up, Sarah Elizabeth, girlfriend? Stick around and I will tell you exactly. I'm going to simplify everything for you. I will tell you exactly how to manifest your SP back if you actually do what the fuck I say. Okay? Stick around, bitch. Don't be a little bitch and walk away unless you just don't want to manifest your SP back and then you want to go watch some other woo-woo bitch that does this shit. Or, I mean, if that's your preference, if that's how you want to learn how to do shit, you know what? Knock your socks off, bitch. Knock your fucking socks off. But here, I'm actually teach you how to get your shit. Okay? So stick around. All right? Now, enjoy. If you want to know what a custom song sounds like from us, this is my custom song. Enjoy it. Give your commands. And expect them to contact you. Now. And look, Irene.
3 hours life and she still shows up, telling broken hearts to level up. Fuck the 3D, don't react, persist, bitch, and that's a fact. Queen of leverage, queen of law, teaching us what we never saw. Inner convos, hold the line. What is yours in time. She said, put your big panties on, stop spiraling, keep moving on. We don't verbalize, we internalize. Now the whole damn family shines. Hey, leverage the law, stand up tall, don't fear the fall. Channel your queen energy, manifesting royalty. Hey, suit your own horn, oh sorry, dead gone. Dream team, bitches, crown held high. We create our reality tonight. Some came shattered, some came lost, thinking love had a heavy cost. Now we walk like kings and queens, living things we used to dream. Don't worry, just be, she said. Get the old version out your head. Moving first, now watch them chase. Manifestation all over the place. Versus king, versus queen. Best damn mindset we've ever seen. From the lives to the late night calls, she taught us how to have it all. No more fear, no more lack. The bitch is back, the bitch is back. Leverage the law, hold the power, own it all. Channel your king energy, channel your queen energy. Put your crown on, take your throne. You were never meant to beg for crumbs. Dream team, bitches loud and bright. We create our reality tonight. Three hours life and she still shows up, telling broken hearts to level up. Fuck the 3D, don't react, persist, bitch, and that's a fact. Queen of leverage, queen of law, teaching us what we never saw. Inner convos, hold the line. What is yours in time. She said, put your big panties on, stop spiraling, keep moving on. We don't verbalize, we internalize. Now the whole damn family shines. Hey, leverage the law, stand up tall, don't fear the fall. Channel your queen energy, manifesting royalty. Some came lost, thinking love had a heavy cost. Now we walk like kings and queens, living things we used to dream. Don't worry, just be, she said. Get the old version out your head. Moving first, now watch them chase. Manifestation all over the place. Versus king, versus queen. Best in mindset we've ever seen. From the lives to the late night calls, she taught us how to have it all. No more fear, no more lack. The bitch is back, the bitch is back. Leverage the law, hold the power, own it all. Channel your king energy, channel your queen energy. Put your crown on, take your throne. You were never meant to beg for crumbs. Dream team, bitches loud and bright. We create our reality tonight. Three hours life and she still shows up, telling broken hearts to level up. Fuck the 3D, don't react, persist, bitch, and that's a fact. Queen of leverage, queen of law, teaching us what we never saw. Inner combos, hold the line. What is yours in time. She said, put your big panties on, stop spiraling, keep moving on. We don't verbalize, we internalize. Now the whole damn family shines. Hey, leverage the law, stand up tall, don't fear the fall. Channel your queen energy, manifesting royalty. Hey, toot your own horn, old story dead on. Dream team, bitches, crown held high. We create our
Reality tonight. That's right. You create your fucking reality. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You understand? You understand? You understand? Okay. Snaps to Louise. Yes. Why can't you believe a bitch? Of course you can. Of course. He broke no contact and she's getting ready to go see him right now. That's how this works. That's how this works. Okay. If you want my actual song, then all you have to do is buy the SP song and then just let them know that you want this song. Okay? They'll give it to you. Okay? All right. Because the song is fucking fire, bitch. And you should listen to it because it's like, should be your fucking mantra and your anthem. Okay? All right. There we go. So now let's get to the nitty fucking gritty. How do you simplify manifestation? Okay. So I get a lot of new people here. If you're tired of hearing about it, I don't care. But repetition is what solidifies it into you. Okay. So we're going to go through it again. We're going to run through it, but I'm going to explain a little bit on how to simplify inner conversations. Okay. And how to have them where it's going to help you. Okay. So first things first, you must put yourself on the pedestal, which is why we have the Toot Your Own Horn Challenge intensive that's going on right now. This is the last day of that, but we still have the WhatsApp group, so don't worry, don't trip, okay? Because I want you guys to be on that pedestal all the time. And so we've done some deep inner work, okay? Because you have to figure out where these patterns have arose in your entire life, okay? So that is the shit, okay? So we have to, so what I teach you to do in the intensive is different than what I tell you to do here. Okay, because it's more of a deep dive. So they've really came into things that have held them back, right? Where these self-concept problems are coming from, okay? So you need to put yourself on that pedestal. because here's the thing, there's a domino effect, okay? When you put yourself on the pedestal, SP chases you, you don't chase SP, okay? You don't need SP, I want you. And so you need to see yourself as the baddest bitch or the baddest man. Like, I got options, okay, bitch? You don't have options. I am your only option, but I have options, okay? I literally can, whoever I want wants me even fucking more type of attitude, okay? Type of attitude where it's like, I'm perfect, flawless, period. Okay. And so you put yourself on that pedestal. You see yourself as perfection. I'm the baddest bitch. I'm the perfect girlfriend. I'm the perfect boyfriend. I'm the perfect husband, the perfect wife, period. There ain't no other option. I am the option. That's how you have to look at it. Okay. Second thing is how you see your SP. You must see your SP as not less than, but as the version of them as you want them to be for you. Okay. You need to see them as the version, take them off the pedestal. You both can't be on the pedestal. Okay. So now you need to see your SP as completely perfect. Okay. Perfect for you. The version of your SP that you want them to be, the one that they were, and they've shown you who they were before. You're not making this shit up. Okay. You're not being delusional. There's no delusion in manifesting unless you decide you want to, which is fucking stupid. Okay. So you just have to see the version of your SP that they were for you, that they showed you who they were in the beginning of your relationship. Okay. So see them as that version only. Perfect. Can do no wrong. Okay. Of course they love me. They're obsessed with me. They literally want to be nothing but with me. Right. The version they showed you they were before, that was all into you. Okay. You need to see that version of your SP. Now, the third thing, very, very important, is your inner conversations. Now, your inner conversations, if you're on that pedestal, you'll know because your inner conversations should be aligning with being on that pedestal. Okay. So it would be all about you. Okay. Like, I'm a bad bitch. Of course he's obsessed with me. Why the fuck wouldn't he be? You know what I'm saying? You have inner conversations because that's how you've been manifesting your entire life. Your entire life is a manifestation. You're constantly manifesting. So we have to reverse engineer. And we say, okay, well, how did everything become everything? Right? Why can I manifest the negative shit quickly? But when it comes to the positive shit, everyone tells you there's techniques and a process. No, the fuck there's not. It's the same shit. Okay. The only thing different is you'll say it one time out of anger, resentment, hurt. You'll say things one time and not think about it again. That's why it manifests quickly. Okay. And you do that by either verbalizing or thinking something. So typically right now, your inner conversations are based on your 3D. That's wrong. Your inner conversations need to control the 3D. So you have to start telling yourself what the fuck you want to see in your 3D, not what you see in your 3D now. This is where people go wrong. Okay. Because you're affirming, because the whole manifestation community is like, just affirm. No, bitch. No, because you're busy affirming, but then what do? Recap your day based on your 3D. You're like, he still hasn't called me. It's been 4 months since we last spoke. I'm still blocked on social media. You're acknowledging your 3D through your inner conversations. That's a problem because that's a natural. This is why we leverage inner conversations, because the reason why is because when you're affirming, which affirming is good because it distracts your thoughts. That's step number 4. But while you're affirming, you have to create the repetition consciously because you're consciously affirming. So it gets into your subconscious mind. But inner conversations go directly into your subconscious mind because it's something you're saying naturally to yourself. And you wouldn't say things naturally to yourself if it wasn't fucking true. Affirmations are what you want to believe are true. Okay. So you create the repetition, but when you say things naturally to yourself, your subconscious mind only has a couple jobs. Its job is to take you at your word. It doesn't have the ability to decide. It takes you at your word. Its job is to prove you right and to push out what you know. That's where we leverage. Okay, that's where we leverage, because everything is not about following the law. Fuck the law. Who follows laws? That's fucking whack. No. Do you fucking follow the speed limit everywhere you go? No. Okay. We leverage the law. So the way you do that is by controlling your inner conversations. And then you affirm. Affirming is to distract your mind, to distract your thoughts. And to keep yourself disciplined. But your inner conversations, this is where you go wrong. Yeah, that's right, James. It's a suggestion. Your inner conversations must align with your affirmations. That's where you go wrong, because you're affirming, but your inner conversations are on autopilot based on your 3D. So they're not in alignment. So it's like this. That's why you're not seeing movements quickly. Okay. So no, we need to align. Okay. And then the most important part is persist, because you have to know the outcome. The outcome is, if I do this, me and SP will be together. And that's all I got to goddamn know. Me and SP together. That's how this plays out. There's no other option. So if I persist, I will hit the target. It's like learning how to do something. When you sit there and you learn how to swim, do you not think that if you do it enough, you're going to learn how to fucking swim? That sounds stupid as shit. So when you do it enough, what happens? You learn how to swim. Okay? Same thing when you get up and start walking. Do you question if you're going to be able to walk? No, you just get up and do it. And then what happens? Because you get up and you do it again, fall down, get up, do it again, fall down, get up, do it again, and you walk. Same with writing, typing, speaking, anything you fucking know how to do. That's how this fucking works. You get up, you do it again, run it again. You don't question the shit. You get up, do it again, get up, do it again, get up, do it again, and boom, you learn. How the hell do you learn how to type? My mom laughs because I failed keyboarding, and I'm a fucking amazing typer with my nails. And I failed keyboarding because I was so intelligent as a teenager. I was like, they were like, you need to take your nails off. I'm like, yeah, that's a hard no. I've had nails since I was in high school. I was like, that's going to be a hard no. And they're like, well, so then I quit. And I did not graduate from high school because I didn't complete keyboarding. Then I felt stupid on my job application, so I went and got my GED. Judge me not. Judge me not. Just like college. I got all the credits I need except for math. They want me to do 4 years of math. I've already done enough math. I'm fucking good. I'm good on that shit. So, fuck college. There's that. Although I will tell you, if you have college debt, you want to hear a little secret? I found this out and I was like, I had no idea. I had actually no idea, but it's very clever. So if you are in college right now, keep this in mind. If you have student loans for college, they can't collect the debt unless you're not a student. So when you graduate college, I don't give a fuck if you got a degree, you should go to a community college and take one class. And the more you keep taking one class, I have a friend, he told me his dad did this. And all he did for 24 years is just kept taking one class at a community college. No college loan claimed because he was still a student. Clever, huh? Just saying, if you got a kid in college right now, you might want to tell him to do that shit. Because I was like, damn, that's the way to negate the fucking $100,000s of dollars you go into debt. I educate you guys around here. All right. So now let's talk baseline. Okay. So you're going to put yourself on the pedestal. You're going to see your SP only how you expect and want them to be for you, right? Perfect SP. And then now the main affirmations you should have are, I know exactly how they feel about me because I know exactly how he or she feels about me. Because when you know how they feel about you, they know how they feel about you. Now, the second one is, I know, again, these are I know statements because what pushes out into your reality? What you know. So we trick our subconscious mind into telling our subconscious mind exactly what the fuck we know. Okay? Because it takes you at your word and it proves you right. Duh. So this is where we leverage. So now it's like, I know that he or she wants to be in a relationship with me. I know this for a goddamn fact. However you would naturally say it. Okay? Affirmation number 2. Affirmation number 3 is he or she is going to tell me everything I want to hear. Okay? That's the validation piece. Okay? Then the 4th affirmation you would say would be the flip. Whatever they said at the time of breakup, flipped in reverse. So like if they said, like, I just feel like you deserve better. No. Now you flip it. So now it's like, oh no, he knows that he's absolutely perfect for me. Okay, so you flip it. That's your 4th affirmation. Those are all, it's what they said at the breakup, flipped in reverse. 4th affirmation. That's all you need on the affirmation spectrum. Now, you're going to take my main affirmations initially, because this is how I cut the time in half. Okay, this is how to cut the time in half. Is we've done this before. If you're not sure about the flip, then I want you, we don't have time today, but if you're not sure about how to flip, then tomorrow come back and in the beginning or maybe halfway through, I'll tell you to drop what they said at the breakup and then we'll flip it for you. Okay, so then you'll have the flip. You're fucking welcome. Okay? Okay. Now, inner conversation wise, because this is what pushes out quickly. Okay, this is what pushes out quickly. I come on every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever miss a live, it's always on the tube of the U. Okay, so, and I keep it ad free for 24 hours. Again, you're fucking welcome. I still don't know how to collect what's in there, so that's fine. Who gives a fuck? So anyway, now we have inner conversations. So now we sit there and say, okay, let's leverage inner conversations because that's what pushes out quicker than affirmations by far, because that's how the negative shit manifests quickly, right? You're not, I love you, Courtney. You are not affirming for the negative shit because who the fuck would do that shit? That sounds stupid as shit, right? It's like building up an account. They're like, you have money to claim. I'm like, I already linked my bank account, so I don't know. How do I claim the shit? I don't fucking know. But, okay, so listen to inner conversations, right? You're not walking around like, he's going to break up with me. 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 No, that's stupid, right? But what you did was you're like, I don't know if he still loves me. Like, does he still love me? Because, are we good? Like, I don't know. Is he going to break up with me? I'm not sure if he wants to be with me anymore, right? Inner conversations. And then, boom, the breakup. Was not a long, drawn-out process. You could have thought about it one goddamn time and then, boom, pushed out. Thanks, NY2NC. Okay, so that's how I have to look at it. So this is how I want you to base your inner conversations because we need to get you over the first fucking hurdle. Contact or next step with SP, okay? So my main affirmations when I was initially manifesting my boyfriend back was, and this is where we're going to leverage. So we're going to turn my main affirmations into inner conversations instead. I already gave you your fucking affirmations, okay? Relax. Who the fuck gives you as much value as I do on this goddamn live? No gifting needed, right? I give you fucking a gang of shit. You're goddamn welcome again. Congrats to Sophie for the WhatsApp group. You're going to love it there. Okay, so my main inner conversations were, or my main affirmations were, which we're going to turn to inner conversations. They're not going to be your fucking affirmations. They're going to be leveraged for inner conversations. Got me? Okay. So they were, he is so obsessed with me. I'm all he ever thinks about. He's always calling and texting me. He's constantly spending time with me. He'll do anything to be with me right now. Those were the main ones I used initially. But how do you cut off the steps, right? So now you say, okay, now we're going to take each one of those and turn it into our main inner conversations. So now let's take, he is so obsessed with me and I'm all he ever thinks about, right? You can combine them. Duh. Because the difference between an affirmation and an inner conversation is an affirmation is a phrase. It's robotic. He is so obsessed with me. Okay? But an inner conversation is, he is so gutted. However you would naturally say it, I cuss, obviously. So it'd be like, he is so damn obsessed with me. Shit, I'm all he ever thinks about. Why the fuck wouldn't he? I know he's thinking about me right now. See what I'm saying? Inner conversation. It's a sentence. Or multiple sentences. Not a phrase. He is so obsessed with me. I'm like, he is so obsessed with me. I'm all he ever thinks about. Like, why wouldn't he think about me right now? I know he's thinking about me right now. He can't stop thinking about me. Okay? So that's, he is so obsessed with me combined with, I'm all he ever thinks about. Now you can have fun with, I'm all he ever thinks about. Okay? Because, yeah, James. Because when you say, like, I'm all he ever thinks about or she ever thinks about, right? It would be, it could be like, I know he's thinking about everything. It centers around them thinking about you, because that leads to contact. That leads to no contact being broken. Okay. So, because if you think about somebody enough, what do? Reach out to them. Duh. Okay. So you want to leverage that and you want to say, okay, I'm all he ever thinks about. Okay, great. I know he's thinking about me right now. Like, you see him online on WhatsApp. You're like, I know he's on WhatsApp right now just because he wants to see if I'm on WhatsApp, because I'm all he ever thinks about. Yep. He's thinking about me right now. Why wouldn't he? Yep. I know he's thinking about me right now. He thinks about me all the time. Everything reminds him of me. Okay. Inner conversation. And then it's, he's always calling and texting me. I know he's going to call me right now. I know he's going to call me. I know he's constantly calling and texting me. I know he's going to text me right now and tell me everything I want to hear. Inner conversation. See what I'm saying? Based on where you're currently at in your relationship. Okay. Now you can throw in other ones. Okay. So now it's like, he'll do anything to be with me. I know he wants to be with me. Do you notice a trend? I know. Okay. Your inner conversation should all be centered around, I know, he knows, or she knows. Because it flips. When you say he or she knows, it flips to I know in their subconscious mind, and subconscious minds, they all operate the fucking same. It pushes out what they know. So you're going to help them with what the fuck they know. Okay. So it's like, he knows he can't imagine his life without me. Like, literally. He knows he's never going to find anyone like me. He knows he always sees a future with me. Yeah, he'll do anything to be with me right now. I know we're getting back together. See what I'm saying? That's how you do that. So how often you do this is entirely up to you. Me personally, it's just my personality. I obsess over my shit. So I'm not going to sit there and say that you should be at work and fucking be having inner conversations like that. Okay. But there's two types of thoughts you process per day. One is focused thinking. Okay. Flash, I want to hear about it. One is the one set of thoughts you process are, because you process 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day. So you need to be aware of the thoughts you're processing. Okay. So the first time you do the first type of thoughts you process are focused thinking. When you're at work, or when you're talking to, like, you're here talking, like if we're on a coaching call, I'm talking to you. Okay. So my mind is not free roaming. Okay. And then the second type of thoughts you process are when you are cooking, when you're just waking up from let's say you just wake up, you're taking a shower, brushing your teeth, getting ready for work, cooking, watching Netflix, hanging out, driving in the car, all that shit. Now you have free roaming thoughts. This is when your mind runs wild and you start thinking about random shit. So typically it's about your 3D. That's when you focus on your inner conversations. Okay, you need to make sure that you're catching them, because oftentimes you're not aware, and that becomes your problem. Is like you're focused on certain things, and you're aware of certain thoughts you're having, but oftentimes there's other ones you're not aware of. And so it's these little fleeting fucking thoughts that go into your mind where you have to flip that. Okay? Where you have to be like, the fuck no. No, I don't believe that. This is what I believe. Instead, you are so important, Whiplash. So that's where you flip that. Okay? And so you have to flip that. You have to flip those thoughts. You can't shove them aside, because that's what's manifesting, is the fact that you're just shoving them aside. Like, push it out the way. This is why arguments compound over time in your relationship, because you just push it aside. Move forward, push it aside. Another one, move forward, push it aside. Can't do that shit anymore. Okay? So that I have literally broken down to you the exact formula to manifest your SP back. When you watch content, I mean, unless you're on my fucking page, when you watch content, you are getting dripped content. Okay, so a lot of people that are teaching how to manifest an SP is not, they haven't manifested one back. There's a difference, okay? Anyone can go out and manifest an SP. That's fucking stupid. Just go put a profile on Tinder. Boom. Job done. Like, let's be quite frank, okay? Like, or just go on TikTok. A lot of people bet your bitches on TikTok. So, job done. It's not rocket science to manifest a new SP, okay? But what we do here is how to manifest an SP back. And so, when you jump on calls with me, it's we recreate your SP, so we evolve your SP, and then not just revert back to a version of your SP. We take that, but we evolve him or her, and then on top of that, we break patterns. Okay, this is your problem. Your entire life is built off of patterns. Your relationships, if you go back, you'll notice patterns. You have to break the patterns. You have to evolve. You have to do things differently. That's right. Her SP just texted her. Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't they? See all the movement people get on here? Oh. Her SP just texted her for the first time. Pay attention, buttercups. This is how things work around here. I'm good at what the fuck I do. The amount of testimonials we have, which Irene has already told me I need to do this. She's manifesting this for me because I have a shit ton that I need to get up. But we get them every day here. It's hard to keep up. But maybe if I just did them every day, I wouldn't have like fucking 15,000 of them, would I? But we have a shit ton of testimonials. You see them here. If you're here on my lives, you see here, the shit's not made up. They're all screenshots, right? Of people getting movement here every day on my lives. Somebody came in last week and was like, I've been following Jen's lives and I'm back with my SP after no contact. That's how this works. Okay? We're good at what we do here. We've mastered the goddamn fucking craft. We've mastered the craft. So you can choose to go to somebody else's fucking live if you want and let them wave some fucking wands in front of your face or do some weird shit, and give you bullshit, watered down advice or woo-woo advice. But here, what we give you is simplified, logical advice. And it works. So stick with us and you get your SP back. That's how this fucking works. That's right, Gigi. Yes, I'm poisoning your minds to get your shit. When did that become a bad thing? Poisoning of the minds. Does it work, Dixie, if there's gutter trash? We don't call them third parties around here. And does it work if there's gutter trash? I'm living proof that it works when there's gutter trash. Banishing gutter trash to the dumpster they crawled out of is a specialty of ours, actually. We've helped many, many, many people banish gutter trash away. Many people get banished gutter trash away. Circumstances didn't matter, okay? Unless you decide they do. Okay? Yeah, I need to get the dowsing rods. If I get dowsing rods, I swear to God, I'm going to have the most fun with dowsing rods. They're going to be like drum instruments on my desk where like we're going to drum it out. We're going to fucking... we're going to just douse rod the shit up around here. So that's how this works. All right. Because I'm your bestie, duh. Like, I've got your back. I know, seriously. I've hit my head a million times with the fucking highlighter. I'll like hit my head with the highlighter. Then I'm like, Shrek. Oh man, we have an amazing time. Shayna's came a long way around here. When you stick with us, what's interesting is that you'll see a lot of people's journeys on here. Because a lot of people will come here, came from some fucking other shit, and then they come here and they ask a lot of questions. Half the time it ends up being a coaching session with them because they're spiraling, they're out of control, they're doing this, that, and the fucking third. And then all of a sudden, they get a goddamn grip and you see the transformation. You see the transformation. And you see them getting their shit and you're like, oh shit. Yeah. These are real fucking people, in case you're curious. They're real people. So that's what we do here. We're here to help you because it's all about that queen energy, king energy, period. Now, allow me to remind you that if you're in any of the WhatsApp groups, this is not exclusive to Manifestation Besties WhatsApp group. If you're in text coaching, Manifest for Me, if you acknowledge 1 fucking second, no movement, you will be put in jail. We have a jail there. Yes. We have a jail in all communities, actually. You'll be put in jail because you need to stop acknowledging the bullshit. It's all about queen and king energy, right? Shayna has manifested her queen energy. She's honed in on it. And now her mom is cancer gone, in case you're on YouTube. Mom's cancer is gone. Daughter came back after 2 years and 3 gutter trash is gone and her boyfriend's all hers. Hold the marching band. That's right, bitch. That's right. That's what we do around here. See? That's what we fucking do around here. That's what we do. Okay? Is we get you to channel your queen or your king energy, and therefore you can be like Shayna and get all the shit and become unstoppable, right? Get all the shit. All right? That's how we do this shit around here. So, get your shit together so you can get your shit. That's how this works. Shit together to get your shit. Okay? You have to drop the stupid shit. You have to drop the childhood behavior. You have to become a fucking adult. That's what you have to do. Like so many people just need to become an adult. And when you fully step into your power and own that shit, you can get whatever the fuck you want. And ain't nobody gonna stand in your goddamn way. It doesn't even matter if they know what you're doing. It still doesn't matter. Okay? Because that's what this shit is about. You have to drop the stupid shit though. You have to drop the stupid stories you're telling yourself. You have to drop the spiraling on negative thought after negative thought after negative thought. For what? What purpose is that serving you? Let's be quite frank. It's not helping you. It's hurting you. It's hurting you in more ways that, let's just state the obvious. It's hurting your fucking feelings. We'll just start there. So why the fuck would you keep doing that to yourself? Why would you keep wanting to tell yourself negative shit over and over again so you can fucking stand, so you can literally be like, you know what? I prefer to feel like shit. I prefer just to talk shit to myself all day long and hurt my own goddamn feelings. Who the fuck wants to live their life like that? That's stupid as shit. And you know it is. So stop doing that. Today, like every day, I want you to tell yourself what you want to hear. What do you want to see? What do you want to tell yourself instead of what the fuck you're telling yourself? Get out of victim mentality. You are not a victim of shit. No one left you. Get over it. They didn't leave you. You left yourself. Look at it that way. You created the breakup. They didn't leave you. So they left you because they didn't have a choice. So, and the reason they didn't have a choice is because your mind and the things that you were telling yourself pushed them out the fucking door. So what you mad at them for? What you sad for? What you upset for? Get out of victim mentality. You're not a victim of shit other than your own thoughts. So now you're going to leverage that and say, okay, cool, sick. I'm not a victim of anything, of only my own thoughts. So I'm going to change my thoughts then, because the fuck? It's creating everything. If I want them to contact me, then I need to change my thoughts about the fact that he's not contacting me. If I want them to come and see me, then I need to start expecting them to come see me. So I need to start having inner conversations to tell myself about why would they not want to see me. They can't stand to be away from me. All they do is want to, I know they're coming over to see me. Shit, they're going to do the whole pop-up game. Right? All of these things is what you should be telling yourself. If you're in a situationship, what the fuck you look like being in a situationship? No, bitch, we're in a relationship. Yep, I know he wants nothing to do. He wants nothing more than to be in a relationship with me. That's all he thinks about. All he thinks about is how perfect we are together. We're the best relationship. Tell yourself something different. Because clearly what you're telling yourself now isn't working, is it? No. Or you'd be getting movement. Yes, epic. It is. It's not necessarily a story, but it's something that you keep thinking about, or even not continuously thinking about, but thinking about, and that becomes a problem. Okay? So we need to shift all that, and I really want you to focus right now on shifting that. Today, shifting your thoughts to focus only on what the fuck you want. Train your brain to focus on what the fuck you want today only. Spiraling. Oh, we're laying down the fucking law. We're cracking the whip around here in the WhatsApp group today. If you spiral, if you fucking want to be a victim in your own reality and self-loathe in a self-loathing pity fucking party, if you want to acknowledge no movement, then all of you are going to jail. If we have to fill the fucking house, then that's what we have to fucking feel about. Then we're going to fill the fucking jail. Overflow. We should charge a bail to get out. It's fine, Naomi. If you don't give a fuck about your manifestation anymore, that's fine. But you have to still see yourself differently. Because if you move to somewhere else, if you move on to someone else, you're going to have the same fucking problems. Okay? So this is where you evolve as a person. It's got nothing to do with your person and everything to do with you. Okay? How you see yourself. Doing things differently. Understanding where you went wrong, which is what we talk about here. So we'll talk about that shit tomorrow, along with the lecture. That's okay. Movement is anything that you want to create. You can create movement. If you see a goddamn fucking butterfly, I'd call that movement. Yep, look at him. When you assign a sign, anytime you see the sign, I call that movement. It's whatever you consider movement. What do you want to tell yourself, right? They like your stories. They pop, you randomly cross them on the street. They pop, you see your sign. That's movement. They pull up on a suggested friends request, movement, right? Things like that. There's so many different movement. So much different movement. It's whatever you want to give it. So I give movement. Everything has got a movement for me. Period. All right. I got a jet because give me 10 minutes if you're part of the intensive because I got to get ready for it and go fucking get some blood working through my legs. Yeah, Lisa the butterfly. We're going to solve this goddamn mystery. We're on the case. We're on the case. So it's funny. We're going to do something different. So anyway, I go live every day. I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. If you ever miss a live, I always put them on the tube of the U. If you ever, I turn off ads for 24 hours so I can let you guys watch them because you're my people. You're my besties, for fuck's sake. I let you watch them for 24 hours ad free because they're long as shit, and I try to help you out. So you can watch them there. I manifested my boyfriend from no contact to living with me in only 4 weeks. And I've mastered the fucking craft. I managed to cut it in half. So if you want me to manifest your recipe for you, or you want to work with me one-on-one to figure out what's going wrong, link is in the bio. If you want to buy the anthem song that we play here, or your own custom curated song, no two songs are alike because they're created based on your recipe story, then you can go ahead and definitely do that as well. They're one of a kind, shit, and they're going to play at your goddamn wedding, for fuck's sake. And they're going to motivate you, okay? Plus, music goes in your subconscious mind, which is why when a song comes on, you can recite the lyrics like it's going out of fucking style. That's why. That's why we do songs, okay? So also, join our WhatsApp community. Love you too, bitches. I love you, James. Love you, Mima. We also we have a WhatsApp group. If you're not a part of it, I highly suggest you join it because it's fire and lit, and there's a gang of people in there, and we support each other, we love each other, and we have a good ass time. But you also see movement and get advice. We also have text coaching, all the shit. I'm the low price leader in the coaching space because I want to help as many fucking people as possible, period. And if you are a man, you're right. If you are a man, yes, it's a completely personalized song for SP for you. No two songs are alike, okay? You can pick the tempo too. You want rock, country, what's your vibe? Britney Spears, you know what I'm saying? We got all that shit. Okay. So we are a family around here. I do keep my prices low. Our next upcoming intensive is for the fellas because I think it's a different shift in dynamic where men need to understand how women operate. Women and men operate differently. So I'm going to teach you fellas how to fucking manifest your SP back, knowing how women operate so that, you know what you can do? Leverage what we know about women. Okay? All right. I love you, besties. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye. You're definitely a man, bitch. You're definitely a man, James.